Hello everyone, Jill here. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel if you're new, if you're already a regular viewer. This is going to be a cherry on top YouTube hop. And we are focusing for the beginning of November on animals. And I am going to be working in my traveler's notebook again. And I'm a little bit scattered today. My mom's been in the hospital. I've been, just back and forth and disoriented. And I'm trying to catch the last of the light. It gets dark so early these days. So I at least will walk you through a plan for a page about Hazel. As some of you know, my corgi Hazel passed away about 6 weeks ago, and we've been really bereft. I've been quite overwhelmed by sadness, and haven't actually scrapbooked about her at all since we lost her. But I did want to show you. So I'm going to do kind of an unusual approach to this today, and I'll tell you about that in a minute. I did want to show you a page I did while she was being nursed through kidney disease, and it's this one right here. And this is a page about that time when we had a lot of sense of impending loss and anticipatory grief. And I invited Hazel's dog sitter to come over and say goodbye. And Hazel loved Lindsay so much. And so I think you can really see the love in that look that she has there, in which I, had another like close-up photo of that. So sweet, right? Anyway, but I ended up sleeping on the sofa so I could like nurse her in the middle of the night, get her outside if need be. And I told a little bit about this process. But I guess what I decided I want to do, I'll probably do a few different kinds of things as, my heart starts to heal. But I thought it would be really nice to keep the text that Tim and I sent each other, because after we put her to sleep, he had to go back to his home. And so we texted about Hazel, and he pulled up some pictures to accompany the text. And what I love about these texts is that we're both just thinking, this one's kind of hard to read if you're not seeing it in person, but we're both thinking about her uniqueness and how there will never be another Hazel. All right, I can't talk too much along these lines or I'll be like sobbing through the video. But at any rate, so it's a page that's just going to capture our conversation. And so I printed it off, and this is back and forth. This I just kind of made a little bit larger, which actually worked out well because you can read it more easily. But it kind of, in terms of the space on the page, this is good. An earlier page in here, I had used Winnie the Pooh paper. And as you know, there's so much really great Winnie the Pooh stuff out there right now. And for some reason, I guess reminds me of my childhood and of happiness, but it seemed very well suited to pages about Hazel. So I had done this one earlier in the kind of at the beginning of the year. And so I felt like when I was grabbing some paper, this I'll probably just mat with the back of the Winnie the Pooh paper, which is just a brown. But this is going to flip up, and I will put this paper, which is appropriate, right? Because it has the falling leaves, and she passed away in the fall, so early fall. So anyway, I'm going to do that. But the thing that I wanted to do that is like crafty, and that should be fun. Oh, one other thing that Tim sent with these pictures where he says, just doing my yoga stretches. She was so cute. So cute when she was like kind of stretching around at the bottom of his stairs. And so, I don't know, I wanted to capture the full conversation we had, and those pictures are small, but they will remind me of how much we loved her and shared together things that we will forever miss about her. Okay, but what I wanted to do craft-wise is work with this Vicky Bouton Irresistible Rub-On Transfers, because they're a little bit different as rub-ons. And I experimented a bit in my journal. So I thought I would just use a little bit more of that in here and show you guys how they work. they're pretty cool. And took me a while to find these extra blending foams from Tim Holtz, but I did find them. So, and maybe we can get this done before it gets dark. And then I'll probably have a page that's not completed as usual, but you'll get enough of it to get a sense of my design and my intentions for it. Okay, I don't actually have my rub-on thing. I'm trying to think where I want to put this too. Let's just start by putting it kind of down at the bottom here. And they're transparent, so you're not necessarily going to see this on the video. I can go get my rub-on tool, but let's see how well the scissors do. I think this is like particularly sticky. It's brand new too, so that always helps. But let's see how well that transferred just with the back of the scissors. Yep, that's great. And don't worry if you can't see it. You'll see it when we apply some. I'm going to take a new, as I said, a new applicator foam. These are just great little tools. Some of you might use them, or you might use like stencil brushes. I think either one would work with these. What you want to do to make this transparent rub-on pop out is just, since these are hearts, I'm going to use some red and some pink from Tim Holtz, Candied Apple, Pitch Flamingo. What you want to do is just go over it. You can already sort of see it coming out. I want it to get kind of pink along the edges, and then the red should be great. Yeah, the red is really good. One thing I noticed about them, I think, is if you have a strong color like red, they really pop. Okay, so we want to do more than just one area. How about, I was thinking these stars were really cool. There are two types of stars. I don't know if you can see them on there. Kind of the negative and the positive. Which ones do I want to do? I think I want to do this one, which is kind of a messy blob with stars running throughout it. I don't think I'm cutting it out particularly well, but that's okay. In fact, I might actually do it in a couple places. Let's see how big this is going to, how much space this guy's going to take up. I know this has got some stuff coming through from the other side, but that's okay because this is just sort of a messy look. Yeah, let's see. How do I want to position it? Yeah, I think I'm just going to go for it. We'll see how this looks. I'm trying to think if I want to add another color. I think for this one I might add a little bit, just to make it a little different. I might add a little bit of wild honey, which is kind of the color of a corgi. So, all right, just to be neat, I'll grab one more blending foam for that color. And I'm getting ahead of myself a bit because, of course, the first thing you do with these is use the sticker tool, whatever you have, to do the rubbing on, the transfer. This is a bit bumpier because it's that side of my notebook, so I might have a little bit more trouble having it come off of the backing. But it looks like, as I said, these are pretty darn sticky, so they're easy to transfer. And it's also a messy design, so you can see from this, maybe over the black, there's a little bit that I didn't get to transfer just right, but it won't matter, I don't believe, with this kind of design. Okay, it's kind of fun because it's like, you know, things just pop out. Cool, eh? Okay, and then I'm going to go back to the pink and red. And I like this because it's a sad time, but we were trying to, be positive about what a good life she had and how much joy she brought to us. And so I think, I think that can capture a little bit of that vibe. And mainly, I also kind of just wanted to let you know about these rub-ons, if you haven't discovered them, and how much fun they are. Of course, I kind of want 3, right? Because now I have 2 places, but see if there's anything else. Here are just a couple little hearts. Let's just grab those and pop them up at the top here. yeah, I haven't had time to do anything fun or creative with all the various crises lately. My mom is doing better. Thank God. She's 96. And so it's good. It's good that I can do something a little bit creative. And let's see, I guess we probably want, for this one, let's take a bit of all the colors. Good. Okay. And that actually is just kind of a background layer. So let's see how this is going to look when we put the photos of the text exchange underneath. So I've got a tape runner, and I'm just going to adhere the photos to the pattern paper, Winnie the Pooh paper on the two sides. And yeah. And I thought, I pulled out some washi tape. This is a Simple Story, somewhat older one. Yeah, I think that could work. I don't know if I want to, I think maybe I want to put this low on the mat and then keep the washi on the brown paper just to not go over the rub-on. I guess I don't want to cover up those cute ears though. So maybe I'll go, I don't know if I'm off frame probably, but I'll go a little bit on the brown paper, but then it'll also go a little bit on here. And that should be okay, even if there's a bit of a resist there, because I'll have adhesive underneath this. I'll put just a tiny bit on right now so it stays in place and add more later. Yeah, so that's one side. Sweet little picture of her. This one will have the Winnie the Pooh paper, as I said, showing when you flip it up. I had the idea to do some kind of title because I have some letter stickers that I really like to use, but I can't locate them right now. And maybe that's like probably not good for all the text on this page anyway. So I'll probably end up using those on a different project. I think I want to like just trim this a tiny bit and rough it up a bit with some scissors. Because I ended up printing this kind of large. Yeah, I think it's better to kind of start covering the bottom, and then I can put some embellishment up here at the top. And I will use this cute washi that I have over there, use a bit of it here. I thought the colors kind of coordinated a bit. And since we lost her in September, it's like flowers and the coming of fall with fall leaves, and the Winnie the Pooh paper that, I have used in documenting her before. So it's a little childlike with the with the mixed pattern design. Yeah, and then these Hazel doing yoga pictures can go underneath like that, which is also get a little bit more of Tim's texting. Yeah, there's so much communication by text in our lives, right? So might as well capture it in our journals. There we go. Kind of an unusual page, probably. But I like also that Tim sent, I guess you can't really see his kitty. Nala was in the picture, but the way that cropped in a strange way, I was having a little trouble printing today. It's okay. The focus is on her. But it was funny to have the little kitty friend of hers in there too. I'm going to undoubtedly do some embellishing. I'm just not sure what I'm going to use yet, and I am losing the light. So I think I'm going to call this good for now. And I'll date it. And I think the journaling kind of speaks for itself. I might do a little handwritten journaling about the context of us sending these texts. And yeah, Yeah, I think that's it, because I did pull out some sequins. You know, I'll use sequins, so I'm not sure that these will go with the colors I ended up going with. So I'll probably find something a little bit different from my vast collection of Catherine Pooler sequins. Anyway, I hope this gives you some ideas about memorial type documenting of pets, or just ways to capture your animals, your pets' spirit, or even just a way to use text screenshots to tell a story. So anyway, be sure as always to hop along to the other people on the design team doing all sorts of really great work with animal imagery and pet pages, and I love animals so much. So I think this is a wonderful theme, and I just couldn't miss it. So happy November, everyone. I'll catch up with you later. Thank you.